Hi, I thought I'd make a little video for you, those of you that can't make curriculum night, just to talk a little bit about our seventh and eighth grade science class. My name is Mrs. Sendlakowski. In general, hopefully, what will happen is your kids will come home curious and maintain that curiosity throughout the year. Just a little bit about me. I grew up in this area. Kuilani is a Native Hawaiian name, so my father is actually Native Hawaiian. But even though the majority of my family live in Hawaii, I grew up in the Northwest. Went to Bellevue High School and then went off to Whitman. And at this point, I've been teaching for 28 years. I really do love the Northwest for all of its basically nature, outdoor opportunities. I have a small little family of one daughter. She is 22 right now, and she's a senior at Tufts University in Boston, majoring in computer science. And generally, my family loves to be outside doing things or inside playing problem solve type games like escape rooms or like doing trivia type things or, building robots, etc. So that's a little bit about me. About our class, again, it's really about continuing to push curiosity, but inside that, developing strong problem-solving skills, um, to, look at the problems presented by science. Hopefully, they'll feel comfortable taking academic risks, and we'll do that by forming a supportive learning community so that we can, learn together. In seventh grade science, it's really the intro to biology and chemistry first. And all of these topics will be repeated in the ninth and 10th grade if you continue in the Mercer Island School District. But it's a good kind of intro class to all of those things science related. In eighth grade, we take all the biology and chemistry that we learn and we apply it to the earth. Obviously, add a little geology to it and think a little bit about Earth systems. And then we go out into space in our last unit. In science, it's largely lab based. We do a lot of labs, a lot of models, a lot of activities. And then, using those to develop knowledge of the content is generally what we're doing. So therefore, we are not only gaining knowledge of the content based on the next gen science standards, but we're also looking at developing skills. And those skills are called the science and engineering practices. So the science and engineering practices are where their grades come from. So their ability to develop and use a model within the unit that they're studying, for example, or construct an explanation and design a solution, again, within the content area. So that's how it will play out. Generally, again, it's a combination of skill and content. And the grades will be 4, 3, 2, 1, 3 being standard and 4 being above standard. Generally, this year I'm going to attempt to streamline grades and use Schoology completely. The final grade will post on cumulative because we have to post on cumulative to put it into the report card. But hopefully Schoology will give us a nice opportunity to see both the practice assignments, super important practice assignments, and the graded pieces in the same place. Generally, Schoology looks like this. And if we look at it, you can see that I'll have it organized by unit. And then there'll be a section, you can see the pink slide in the middle is where the daily slides live. And that will give them some resources for where to go if they're absent or if they need additional help. Hopefully it'll be clearly organized in the folders. Notice that the course information, generalized course information, is there in the class organization. And like I said, the daily slides are where they're going to be valuable resources, since that is actually what's projected on screen every day, and should give them really detailed look at what we've done for the day, either to review or to make up for an absence. The grades should show up here. So if you look at the tabs on the left side of their screen, you'll see that they'll be able to access their grades, and the grades should then hopefully be organized clearly. If you look To the right side, you'll see that there's scores in some areas, and then there's these little like blue rectangles. Those blue rectangles are an indication that they've handed it in. And you can actually open that submission and see it. And again, that's why I'm trying to completely transition to Schoology so that you'll have access to both the work and the grade if the work was handed in on Schoology. My closing thoughts generally, our goal is to help support your child in being an independent learner, and I want you to encourage them to reach out to me. Hopefully they feel comfortable with that. I do run Homework Center, and I run this on Thursdays from 3 to 4. They're completely welcome to show up anytime, stay for a little bit, and then I can give them one-on-one, typically help during this time. I would encourage them to develop a planner or some way to organize their time. And that is a skill that they can carry off into high school and college. And then I would also encourage them to get used to communicating with me if they have any questions, both in class and on Schoology messages is what I prefer. For you, I would recommend trying to reach out to me through email, and with any comments or questions. I usually am pretty good at getting back within a 24-hour period. Anyway, it was hopefully I gave you some good information. Thanks for your attention.